Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode here of the GWS Garage channel, where today we are doing some venison jerky. So in here I have some venison, here I have a cutting board, and here I have a knife. I'm starting with 10 fingers. Let's make sure we end with 10. So we're gonna go ahead and get this venison sliced up for the jerky, and I'll show you how we're gonna do that. So let's take a peek in here and see what we got going on. All right. You got a big old slab right here. Now I know what I want to do is I want to check the grain on this. We want to cut it with the grain going crossways. Let's clean this up a little bit. I'm just cleaning this up a smidge to give us a good cut to work with here. There we go. That's looking better. Let's get rid of this fat here. There we go. Perfect. The grain is going this way. We want to cut across that. We don't want to cut with it, because when we go to pull this apart, we want it to go ahead and break right along those lines. We'll take these, I don't know, about 1/8 of an inch, I guess. Let's see if we can't cut this. You want them nice and thin. You can see how it's cut here. You see how the striations are going this way? That's what you want. That piece is a little thick. I did put this in the freezer for about an hour just to kind of get it to firm up a little bit, so we maybe a little easier to cut. Doesn't seem to be too bad. That doesn't look too bad at all. So we're almost through this hunk of meat, and I have so much more in there. It sure would be nice if I had a meat slicer, because that's what I would use, but I don't have one yet. All right, and from here we'll take all these slices, and you can see what I did here. That's what I did, sliced them up. So we'll take these, throw them in this bowl, and go rinse them all up, make sure they're all nice and clean, and then we'll get them into our marinade. I'll show you that later. Let's take a look in here and see how much meat we actually have in this bag. Just to give you an idea of what we got to cut. There's a big old chunk. So that's it. That's what we gotta cut up right there. Let's cut this big old piece of meat down a little bit. For this marinade, it's very simple. I'm using a 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce. I'm using a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. Odd, but should be tasty. I'm using a teaspoon of table salt. I'm using some garlic powder, about 2 teaspoons. I'm using half a teaspoon of black pepper. I'm using 2 teaspoons of brown sugar, and this smells really good. This is a smoked paprika, which I'm using, I don't know, about a teaspoon or so of that. So let's get this into a bag and get our venison in there, and we'll be in good shape. I'm just going to mix it in until it all dissolves. Wow, you can really smell that smoked paprika. Let's get our venison into our bag here. And let's get our marinade. Get that right in there. Give her a little toss. I'm going to cheat for the marinade. I'm going to use this packaged Grill Mates mesquite marinade. So let's get that mixed up real quick. It's pretty simple. Quarter cup of oil, quarter cup of water, and the meat. Let's get a quarter cup of water in there. Let's get a quarter cup of oil in here. Smells good. This is going to be enough for all that I have. This goes. For this next marinade, what we're going to use is 4 tablespoons of this Worcestershire sauce.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We're going to use 4 tablespoons of the soy sauce.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And then we're going to use a tablespoon of this barbecue sauce. And for this, we're going to use about a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Yeah, seems about right. And then we're going to use a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. And a 1/4 of onion powder. And for our smoky flavor, I'm going with this paprika because it smells so good. Let's put a couple in there. What the hell? Think that's enough? It smells good. That should be plenty. Maybe one. Well, that's enough. Let's put a half in there. I'm happy with that. You know what? For good measure, let's just do some of these peppercorns. Let's get this all in here. Alrighty, let's get this all nice and coated here. I'm gonna get this mess cleaned up, and then tomorrow we'll come back and we'll pull this out and we'll get it in the dehydrator. Here we are, 24 hours later. We've got our jerky here. That's our venison. It's all brined up. but it's wet, and we're gonna put it in the dehydrator, so we need to get this moisture off of it the best that we can. So I'm gonna put it in this strainer and just kind of strain it out a little bit, and then we'll get it in the dehydrator. Now, this bag is now garbage. We'll come back and get it, but I'm just gonna take this meat and kind of give it a squeeze. All right, now I'm just gonna kind of lay it out here. And then we're gonna kind of pat it dry in just a second. Kind of pat it dry here. Then we just grab this and just kind of lay it out. No particular order. We just want to make sure the air has some space to get in between it. So we're just going to lay it out here. And that'll shrink down when it's cooked. There we go, that's it. We've got this all inside of our dehydrator. Let's get it over there and get it on the machine. Go ahead and plug it in, and let's get our lid. We put our lid on, and we let it go. So this dehydrator doesn't have a thermometer on it. It's just, you plug it in and it turns on. And so I got my meat thermometer, my digital meat thermometer. I check the temperature. This goes to 159 to 160 degrees, fluctuates between a degree. So I think we're in good shape. We'll leave this on here for several hours. We'll come back, we'll check it out, we'll do a little bend test and see how it is, and we'll go from there. Well, it has been several hours, so let's go ahead and take a look and give this a little test here. There's the bendy test. It bends. We got a good bend to it, that's nice. Let's see if we can pull it apart. Oh yeah. Alright, let's take a taste. Not too bad. Let's try a different layer. Well, I can tell you, it's not bad. It's pretty good, actually. So you can see that it's all done. This piece, let's try it. So that apple cider vinegar one, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's get in baggies and let's share it with our friends tomorrow. That's it. We've got our jerky all bagged up. It's ready to go out. We're going to take some to our friends at work to have them kind of sample it just to see how it tastes, get an unbiased opinion. We're going to give this to the neighbor because it was his venison after all. And yeah, we'll follow up and let you know what people think. Besides me, personally, it's not bad. Not bad.
Well, let's try this. It appears to be freshly made beef chips. I think jerky is supposed to be more, shall we say, succulent than this. But let's taste it, because it could be that you just gotta let it melt in your mouth a little. Well, if you were on a desert island and you've been eating nothing but, coconuts for a year, this would be good. Otherwise, I'm sorry, Craig, it's not very good.
Okay, so the first batch may not have been the best. Let's try batch number 2.
I can tell the second batch has got a little bit more moisture to it. Little, although it's almost smell like a teriyaki to it.
That one's got the soy in it and the Worcestershire.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, the other one being a 0, this is like a 5.
Oh, so that's good. We're making progress.
Oh yeah, it's definitely heading right. There's more moisture to it, a little more taste to it. Yeah, that you don't have to be on a desert island to like. It's better.
Okay. Oh, it smells really good. Let's start with this kind of smaller piece. I'm looking for hair. I'm sorry. Smells good. Sorry. Sorry. It's a little Sahara-like. It's very dry. Not terrible. And it didn't. Oh, I think that's a hair right there. But I should have brought a gallon of water. Okay. We're gonna put that one aside.
Oh,
Okay, so let's try this little gem. Step up, definitely a step up from that. Not terrible, dry, but pretty good flavor. Bring lots of water if you're making this, okay? Sorry. It's not bad, it just, you need something to wash it down. Not terrible. This is much better than that, so.
oh gosh.
Kind of bendy, kind of breaky. Not terrible.
Ooh, pretty crisp. It's not bendy. Oh, that's very crunchy. More like a potato chip. I'll just sit this one right over here. Definitely better texture than the crispy one there. Takes a minute for the flavor to hit.
Okay. All right.
So it's better after you chew it.
Good consistency, nice light odor, smell, scent. Good taste, I would say. Mild,
Now, is it too dry?
not too dry.
Okay. So you got a good piece. That's good.
This is good. Doesn't taste gamey or any of that for venison. No, good.
Sample 1. That's good, Craig. That one's good. That one's tender, Craig.
And just for the record, Dave likes this batch. I've paid him nothing to say that it was good. We have no side deal. This is his honest opinion.
We're trying number 2. Number 2's dry. Number 3, at first glance, looks to be done properly. Let's try half first. Number 3 is delicious. Top notch.
All right, perfect.
You could sell this and make money. Number 2, you couldn't make money.
That's tasty. That's very tasty. This must be a favorite because very much in it. That is perfect jerky right there. Oh my God, I love that second jerky. So far my favorite, of course. I like this one, but I like the second one better. Oh, that is tasty. I would buy this. That's how good this is. I would buy this. My God, Craig, that's so good. I give it 2 thumbs up.
And once again, no money's been exchanged. This is his unbiased, honest opinion
Absolutely.
of the jerky.
It's great.
There you have it. Some people are fans, some people not so much. And that's okay, because what I learned in this experiment today was what I need to do to tweak my venison recipe to make this jerky spectacular next time around. And some of that includes cutting the strips a little bit thicker because they shrink in the dehydrator quite a bit. And then I'm gonna not leave them on the dehydrator for as long as I did this batch, which was about 7 hours. So I think that's maybe a bit much. Although the thicker pieces of meat actually turned out really, really good, whereas the thinner slices, not so much. But I got a ton of it, and some people loved it, some people not so much. But like I said, that's okay. It was a learning experience for me. Hopefully you learned something today from watching this video. And by the way, thanks for watching the video. Give her a little thumbs up, like the channel, subscribe if you want to. But I do certainly appreciate you being here. Thanks for watching our stuff. And thanks for walking down this little journey in this beef jerky making with me. So appreciate it. You guys have a great day. Stay tuned for what's coming up next on the Jibo Garage channel.